Hey guys, it's Divine,
And it's Rob.
and you're watching
Thinking Out Loud.
So today we have a special guest, Alex.
Alex is he's an independent producer, filmmaker, screenwriter, author. He's got a lot of things going on. We thank him for welcoming us
Into his world.
Into his world, right? We're in his place right now. And we're actually a part of one of his projects that he just finished working on. And we want to talk to you about that project, a couple of other things, if you're cool with that.
Right. Alrighty, so
I'm down.
Let's talk a little bit about who you are and what you're doing.
So my name is Alex Hugo. Like Rob said, I'm a film producer, independent film producer. I'm an author, published author, and I do a lot of thrillers and stuff like that of that nature. A lot of science fiction. That's what I've been doing for the last 25 years.
Wow.
But this debut movie that I'm putting out, Bully, is going to be my first feature.
Wonderful. Okay, Alex, so how do you choose your cast members and recruit your actors?
So that's a double question, because like for filmmakers that just started, I would say when I first started, I chose everybody around me, like my closest friends or my friends' friends, and that's how I did it. You know, that was like the beginning. As the years went on, I just did a lot of casting, and what I look for, and not necessarily, I don't look necessarily for, like if this person was an actor and has a resume, I don't look for that, because I could always develop people. I have somewhat of a gift to see somebody's talents, and what I do, I look at whoever's there, and I say, oh, this person fits the role, and then let me see what I can get out this person. And some people can't throw a lot of lines to them, but they'll be believable. And when we're on set, sometimes I have to take the script that's written and tell them, look, this is what I want you to say. Don't go by the script. You tell me how you're gonna say it in your way. And usually it works out like that. So the casting depends on the budget and depends on the project. I can do it two ways.
Wonderful. Okay.
So you're focusing a lot on ad-lib, basically.
Well, yeah, not 100% though.
Okay.
100%.
All right, so
because there's a script that we gotta stick to the blueprint. But majority, depending on the actor and the scene, we could definitely like improv.
Right.
But if there's some scenes, and the majority, like 80% of the movie Bully, we stuck to the script.
So it seems like that's like a lot of responsibility for one person. So what's your approach to delegate some of that responsibility to others?
So yeah, I do have a team, and I always had a team. I was blessed with a lot of great people around me that just wanted to get started, and they weren't experienced, but I was like, let's just do it, and so I got people that like to hold cameras. My man Doc right now, he just got this new camera, so he's part of the team. I got cinematographers, I got assistant directors, I got people that just, make the phone calls for me. Everybody plays a role, I can't do it all. So
right.
Even Bill Gates and all the greats have like a team.
Right. With that being said, what is like one of the biggest problems you had to face, like production problem that you had to solve?
Oh shit.
Open it up, right? Open it up.
The first thing is when you're independent. Man, when you're independent, it's hard. Let me take that, but it's difficult, man. It's challenging. You want to sit down? Let's sit down. You can play the game later.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what is the most difficult production problem you had to solve?
Oh, man. So there's a lot. First off, when you're independent, there's always going to be issues. Even when you're in the pros, there's issues. But when you're independent, you face more issues because commitment is one of the major obstacles that you got to face as an independent producer, director, is commitment. You got to have people that are committed and want the same thing you do. When you have folks that just say they want to act and think they could act because they've seen something on TV, they do it one day, and then out of nowhere, they just don't never come back. And then you calling them, you already put them in the movie, and then you like, what the fuck? Excuse my language, but what the fuck?
Absolutely.
All right, so it's like, what the fuck, man? What's going on? But that's what you got to weed out. You know, you got to weed those things out. So commitment is always key, because like the biggest issue when you're independent, because you're not paying certain people. Everybody's doing it for the love, for the clips, for the real. So that's that thing. You know, when you ain't paying somebody, like, fuck it. You know what? It's raining outside. It's cold. I'm not gonna go outside. They make any excuse. My dog just died. I didn't get a babysitter. I heard it all.
You know, the
car broke down.
The mailman ate the dog.
Yo, I had one.
Yeah,
I had one. This girl, right? This actress. She was embedded in the movie, and so when I was shooting this movie, like, she was in the web series, because there's a series before the movie.
Right.
So she's in the series, and so I'm not gonna name her name because she's not that important.
Right.
But the problem was that I gave her the scene. I said, "Yo, come through. This is what we're gonna do. Blah, everything, right?" The day before, I confirmed with everybody, like I do with all my actors. Yo, y'all ready? Tomorrow, this time, blah, we're gonna roll out, whatever. The day of, I text people in the morning, because I don't sleep. Like, yo,
very organized.
yo, come here. Yo, remember, still on. Let me know if anything changes. I'm on point with it, right? I gotta do my own admin work. So, an hour before, I'm calling this girl. She doesn't pick up the phone. So I'm like, damn. I just called her to see, yo, how far are you? Like when I called you a little while ago, how far are you? Just so I could get everything ready. The time that she was supposed to be there, she's not there. Finally, she texts me an hour later and told me this whole thing about her mother, that her mother was sick and something happened to her mother and she's gonna get this, and it was like a big story, right? Next thing you know, I had to like rearrange this. We couldn't shoot that day because she was the main person that we had to shoot. 2 hours later, I jump on Instagram, and this girl's in Washington Heights in one of the bars, or Jersey, one of the bars, chilling, smacking ass, dancing, shaking her ass and smacking ass, and doing all this crazy. I'm like, yo, this, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, yo, this is live, and she's live. So if your mother was really sick, dying, that you said that she's in the hospital, and she was crying too. Great actress, crying.
That's why you hired her.
Why you hired her?
Then 2 hours later, she's balling in the club with her boyfriend and her friends. I was like, after that, just dead enough. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, because you gotta cut that you gotta cut that out early, But it's it's crazy to not to have a conscience of just being giving that common courtesy and consideration. Because to me, it's just like a job, you want to let them know as far as in advance as you need to. And if you know something is approaching it, it's really nothing to tell somebody. So you could have, you guys were probably, I hope you weren't there already.
No, it was actually, we were shooting something here.
Okay.
And so they was coming out our house. So I was already here, but I had other people ride up here. So everybody rode up here. You guys rode up here. How long was that? How much?
Hour and a half.
So it's about respecting other people's time.
Absolutely.
Everybody's time is valuable.
And it has to sit here on your conscience somewhere that you're like, I have to have this conversation.
No, but you're talking loud enough.
I read it out mouth.
You're like, I have to have this conversation that has to register to you. It's just, I can't believe that people lack that.
So to me, time is currency,
Yes.
Like my time is valuable. We say we're gonna do something, I will make sure we there. Something's gonna happen. Because my time is worth more than money. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if you fuck with my time, fuck you, because I can't get that back.
I
could get money back. I could lose money. I lost mad money and I got it back. I never worry about that shit. I'm always poised in the pocket. But when it comes to my time, I take it personal. I'm like, yo, fuck you.
And that's a really hard.
I feel like I got a little personal there, but nah.
No, that's all right. Because I'm big on punctuality and keeping your word. That's two big things for me. So I definitely, absolutely understand that. So tell us, what's the name of your character?
All right. In Bully.
Talk about the movie in general. What is it about? Everything.
All right. So in Bully, I play an undercover cop that goes too deep and gets suspended. His name is Freddie Rico Jr. And he has a partner named Valentine, Raymond Valentine. So they was both undercover. And what happens is, so there's a series. There's an actual web series. It was a 1 season web series. And what happens is that one series web series turned into a movie. So it's the final chapter. Mm-hmm. So there's only 1 season. There's not like multiple seasons. It's just 9 episodes and then the movie. The movie is like close to like 2 hours that you're just gonna watch the whole thing. And in the movie, now you're gonna see them split ways. They broke apart. So you got 2 perspectives and 2 journeys that they go through. So in the movie, there's one part of the movie and the second part of the movie. One part is just you're gonna follow Raymond Valentine through his journey and what his obstacles are and everything he goes through after he gets suspended from being an officer. Mm-hmm. And then you're gonna see Rico going through his journey after he gets suspended. Like what's the outcome of that? You know, because they got suspended to get fired and locked up. They're gonna go to jail. So that's basically the whole journey stuff. I don't want to give you too much of the details, but right. I'll show you a clip.
You guys gotta watch
the trailer. I'll show you a clip of the trailer. But in the web series, it shows you how they met and how they went under and everything that they did in there to take down the bad guy. In the movie, they become the bad guy.
All right, that sounds like a really great thing that you guys have to see. So we're gonna take this time and insert a clip right now, and you guys are gonna tell us what you think.
Yep. Hit your back.
Already.
All right, pause.
Mm-hmm. No, then we should shoot it.
Continue.
Okay, continue? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm back in action.
All right.
This be.
Rico, yo, let's have a drink.
To what?
To the motherland.
Fuck it, to the motherland.
Salud. I need you on my team. Do you know that in Italy, prostitution is illegal?
Go to sleep, bitch.
Prostitution. Man, we just had scallywags in Hunts Point.
They can only be one king. Oh, shit.
Soccer weight, man.
Yeah.
I need this shit right here. This is me right now, B.
Have a good court date. If you're not dead.
Dead don't die.
I'm getting metaphor. That's what I'm getting heat flashes and shit.
All right, so Alex, tell me, is it easier to play this character or to be yourself on stage?
All right, so.
And wait, do you ever mix the two in real life?
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so first thing, my character in the movie is very. He's already in his vulnerable state where he's more on the dark side, and he does a lot of dark shit. Something that in real life I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a humble, loving guy. I give everybody a hug. If coronavirus was in here right now, I'd be giving everybody a hug. But
Going there.
He loves hugs, but he's not gonna die for them.
I'm not dying for a hug.
Today. Not today.
So with the character, see, I went to acting a seminar. So to be the reason I went, let me just rewind for you guys.
Sure.
So before I got into this movie stuff like full-fledged, I always did film since I was a kid, since I was 13. But when 5 years ago, 2015, I decided to like really take my dreams to the next level, and I wanted to actually film a movie. You know what I'm saying? Not just to shoot music videos, not to just bullshit around with a camera. I wanted to actually shoot a movie. So 5 years ago, I decided to shoot a short film. But before I shot the short film, I went to acting school to understand how an actor, so I could direct an actor. because how can I direct an actor if I don't know how to act?
The foundation.
I need the foundation. So filming was already like second nature to me because I've been filming since I was 13. So when I went to acting school, I went to like it was like what's that shit called again?
Like a trade?
No, there was no trade school. It was it's what the guy that played Joker, Christian.
You mean Heath Ledger?
Keith Ledger.
Okay.
Method acting.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I know what
okay.
you're talking
Method
about.
acting. So method acting, for those who don't know what's method acting, it's like when you are that person, you study someone and you understand that person's ins, bats, and you become that person.
You embody them. Okay.
So you embody them and you take that on. Now, when I did that in those courses, long story short, we would meditate. There was a different exercises. It was different than regular acting. You'll have to like act it out without saying things. You have to meditate and feel that person that will bring people from your life, and you'll start crying in the middle of nowhere. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on. So I did that for a year and a half, and then finally I said I'm ready to take on a movie. So then that's when I did everything else with the movie. Mm-hmm. And when I embodied Rico the first time, he was a dark person, and then it stood with me. It was like a bad spirit that I had hanging on my shoulder. Mm-hmm. Like people don't know, like when you let all that stuff in, you open yourself, your soul, like your soul, your spiritual, whatever, and you absorb
that energy.
So when you absorb that negative energy, there was times that I was like, I would fight, not fight, but like with my wife or something. You know what I'm saying? And
wow.
And I'd be in different mind state. Like I'm like real a scumbag, and then I would have to catch myself and have to withdraw from that. But because I was portraying a dirty cop. So a dirty cop, you can't be the person I am right now. I can't speak this way. I can't act this way. I can't be presentable. I have to take everything, and the way you embody that as a method actor. You take everybody has a dark side, everybody has a light side, everybody has a pussy side, everybody has you have different sides of you. Everybody's like, technically you have a lot of multiple personalities. You just have one that you actually fuck with.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You chose your character,
the lead,
and now this is your reality. But everybody in this room, including the cameraman, has multiple personalities. You just chose the person you want to play in life because this is a fucking role. This journey of life is a movie. Mm-hmm. So I chose to be that dark person, and that was just, there was a point that my wife and I was gonna get divorced, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just like getting that ugly, but you know.
It was leaking and affecting
It was leaking,
your
it was
life.
too much, it was just, and it wasn't nothing crazy, it was just like my attitude, my frame of my mind. It's hard to explain, but I was just like, fuck everything. Fuck this, fuck that, because I had to be that person.
You're that person on film.
In the film.
Yeah.
So with that said, I answered both your questions.
You definitely did. But no, I totally get that. When you're channeling that, you become that in a sense, and you have to check yourself. And that's deep. You know, thank you for sharing that, because it shows, like, you know, the transition and getting that groundwork though was, you know, necessary for you to take things to the next level. You seem well rounded as an actor, one of my favorite, you know.
Oh yeah, really? I'm not even up yet.
He's gonna be up. He
Yo,
should be up with the rest.
So in some of the scenes I do, like people. One thing that people say that they like about me is my eyebrows. Like I got the arch eyebrows. So
your facial expressions.
The
eyebrows help a lot.
Yeah. So it's just part of acting, because people really focus on the thing is how you
tap into
your face expressions. Mm-hmm. So there was times where I'll be in the mirror and I'll be looking crazy. And sometimes when I started acting, like learning how to act, I would be like, when my wife be right here, and I'm like, I'll just talk to her reckless, like, and she didn't know if I was acting or not. And sometimes she look at me, motherfucker, you acting right now. And yeah. I said, did I do good? She said, yeah, you scared the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have
like that?
Yeah, she'll do that. You know, like she'll do that. But as an actor, you have to learn different roles, and it's not always dark. You play the light role.
Right, you can play somebody who's a dipsy or.
I'm funny by nature, but I'm not comedy funny.
Right.
I'm just like funny by nature.
Yes.
Right.
Like I can't stand up here and start saying jokes and I'll get booed. But like 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 on set, like we'll just be bugging out and having fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Right, we do
Yeah,
have.
we have a lot of
fun
fun
with
on
you.
set.
So, like, would you be able to take Jim Carrey serious in a serious role?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like Jim Carrey's one of my iconic, like to me, he's a legend. I love Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey as a person, as an actor, as everything, he's like a mentor to me.
Okay.
Arnold
He's very
Schwarzenegger
intelligent.
is my mentor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Rock is my mentor. Sylvester Stallone is my mentor. Spike Lee is my mentor. Like, these are the people I look up to.
Yeah.
You know, these are the people, it doesn't matter how they are, they're all different. You might say, Arnold Schwarzenegger, why? But Arnold Schwarzenegger is my mentor only because he did everything he set out to go do.
Mm.
He's the proof in the pudding. Like, he sets his goals, puts out a universe, and he becomes that person. He was a fucking bodybuilding champion. Mr.
That's the type of person you can look up to, absolutely.
Well, there's a commonality between every single person.
He became the governor.
Yeah.
He became an actor. The biggest, and everything he did, he became that guy.
Yeah.
He just didn't do it to do it. He became that guy. So,
There's
you know.
a huge commonality between all those people.
Yeah.
And the biggest commonality is they all came from nothing. And they all set out to do something.
Dedicated.
Correct. The dedication stayed the same. They set out to do something, they did it. I think what happens is, and I'm sure you see this as a producer, a lot of people will tell you they want to do something. But you can't build a reputation on what you say you're going to do.
No, so we all agree that dedication produces.
Yeah, man.
Produces results.
It's dedication, and you gotta have a fire. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the fire in you.
It's not for the faint of heart.
No, man. You gotta have the fire. You gotta have something. You gotta be driven.
Yeah.
You gotta wake up and say, "This is what I want to fucking do." Because you can't just wake up today and say, I might not do it. No, you gotta wake up and say, yo, this is what I'm gonna fucking do. I'm gonna do it. And because there's always gonna be obstacles in front of you that's gonna slow you down and make you not want to do shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Always.
Distractions. Ton of them.
100 every day I get. But I'll be like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do. This is who I am.
So is it safe to say there's a lot of turnover?
Well, hell yeah. A lot of people in this, man, they're not in it for the long run. They're in it for like a fast buck. They think they're gonna be a one-hit wonder. Not even Cardi B was a one-hit wonder. You know what I'm saying? Like Cardi B and
consistent.
She was consistent before you even heard of Cardi B. She was doing things. You know
Even
what I'm
the
saying?
grand videos.
And I'm not a fan of Cardi B, but I don't dislike her.
I'm a fan of her work ethic.
Her work ethic,
Work
her
ethic.
grind. You know what I'm saying? Like Cardi B, like you could look at Cardi B and you'd be like, yo, she just blew up because she was in it. Nah, she was doing a lot of shit. Years. Rick Ross.
Another one, yeah.
Rick Ross, he was rapping for years. He blew up when he was like pushing 40 and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they think that he just blew up when he was 40. Nah, he was rapping since he was like 18 probably.
What people always see is the iceberg above the water.
Yeah. The higher class.
The iceberg is easily 10 times bigger beneath the water than it is above the water, but what you see is the iceberg.
Right.
And you're right. And the thing is
That was good.
and that's what separates people, like the men from the boys, the women from the girls. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
When you set out a goal, and like you guys got your own goals, I got my own goal. My man right here got his own goals. You gotta be like, this is my goal, and this is what I'm gonna accomplish, and this is what I'm gonna set my thing. So what I do, this is how I measure my goals, because I'm like my own coach.
Okay.
Like every New Year's, you know how you go into New Year's and
With a resolution?
with a resolution, fuck a resolution.
Yeah.
I don't do resolution. I don't do resolutions. I do progress reports.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Explain
when
that.
progress reports for New Year's is my progress, and I learned this from an alcoholic.
Oh.
But because he was preaching to me when he was
You
drunk.
never
one
know
day.
who you learn from.
I learned from
You're
everybody.
right about that. You can
I learned from
anybody.
crackheads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's another lifestyle. That's another life. So what I do is that every year, while everybody's like enjoying that moment, I pull away from everybody secretly, and nobody ever notices it. But I pull away. I go somewhere private. I spark up a cigarette, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Get a drink, and I go out and get some air, and I look up to the sky, and I start thinking, what did I do this year in 2019, for example, and what did I do in 2018, and what was the growth? What, you know what I'm saying? So I compare it. So if I moved up, if I did more, I'm a winner. If I didn't do shit, I'm a loser. And even if I'm like on plateau, if I'm on the same level, and you would know you're in the same level. Like if I'm doing the same shit, you didn't grow. There's no growth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I usually measure myself by what I did last year to this year, you know, what I set out to do. So when I do that, I'll be like, all right, I'm winning. And I measure my success upon my success, like me. I don't measure my success with whoever's on Instagram or on TV already. I don't do those.
Right.
Because that should have drive you fucking crazy.
Yes, it will.
I don't do those. I do my own success. Like, you know, I feel like I'm a successful man for certain things. The world don't need to know. I don't give a fuck if the world knows. You know what I'm saying? I do it for me, and I just do whatever I got to do for my family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for the people around me. And that's the way I...
With Instagram...
Very well said. Very well said.
Absolutely. I'm finding this, and it's... A lot of people, especially the younger community, they're looking at Instagram as kind of like the benchmark of what we're...
Validation.
Right, the benchmark of validation, when all it really is a painted facade of what people want you to see.
You're right.
That's what it is.
You're right.
You know, you see someone standing in front of a Porsche in Manhattan, you have no idea. They want you to think that could be a rental.
You know how many cars I rented in my lifetime?
You see what I'm saying? I've never rented one. I just don't see the need. I mean, that's just me, though. Like, if you're doing a music video, I get it.
I just rent to rent. I don't rent to floors. I rent to get to where I
Also, you could just do your thing.
do it because it's a corporate car. You just rent and go. But that's another thing.
Well, you got bread.
I don't got nothing, man. I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm broke.
You ain't fooling nobody in here.
I'm broke.
You ain't fooling nobody in here.
Yeah, I'm broke.
But the validation part.
Yeah, but I don't need no validation for nobody. You know who validates me? You know, when I see somebody smile. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm screening my movie, and when I do screen this movie, and I see people laugh, I see people cry, or feel some type of emotional way, that's my validation. I did something good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes out to the movie.
Right.
With the book.
Let's talk about the book.
With the book, if I get a yo, when you see me in the street or when we see each other, like, yo, can I get your autograph? That's the validation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so Alex has put out some child books, and we're gonna get into the current book in a little bit. But he's put out childhood books, and he's like well-rounded in all areas. So basically, I know you. Speaking of accomplishment, you've finished your recent project, Bully. So overall, how did that make you feel overall when the film was done? Were you satisfied?
Well, production is done, and that took 3 years. You know, that wasn't like I was out there. We just shot it like in 2 weeks, 1 week. A lot of tears, sweat, frustration, stress went in this film. You know, like this was an investment. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 100% like invested. Towards the end, my man, big shout out to Neptune and Aronde Baltimore.
Neptune?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Aronde Baltimore, they my co-producers.
Okay.
Towards the end, that's how you know you got real people. Like they like my brothers. Mm-hmm. When I was dying out, you know, like going down, they picked me up and said, yo, boom, here's another couple of stacks. Let's keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So to them, I always owe them for life. You know what I'm saying? Because they believe in me. But in those,
it's expensive.
That's real.
It's real. You know, if you see all the locations, you see everything I put into it. It's like a real.
You got to rent these places. It costs money. I get it. Yeah. Totally get it.
A lot of times you get friends to lend you a whole something, but not all the time.
Well, that's why when you said to me, Rob, look, you know, I'm shooting at this place, that place, blah blah blah. Can you be here at this time? I understand because I've done acting for a while.
Yeah. I've
done music for a while. I understand this stuff costs money. So if I told you I was going to be there, well, then my ass was going to be there. So I get it.
Yeah, and
but that's a really good blessing that when you feel like you're like running out, and then they just pick you up and they invest in you, and they see you know what you're doing. You're dedicated and you're putting so much of yourself, and you got to continue. And I'm so glad that, you know.
Shout out to them.
I know you're relieved that you're finished with the project?
Yeah, I am. So I am. Just to answer your question, I am finished with the production piece. We in the editing phase. Editing is like one of the hardest because you got to piece the puzzle.
Okay.
Now you gotta make sense out of the story. Everything you shot, you gotta make a sense out of the story. So there's gonna be like missing components. Like, damn, we gotta reshoot this or we gotta shoot this. But that's good. That's easy.
Got it.
The part now, phase 2 is actually editing, right? So first you write the script, then you produce it, and then now you gotta edit. So this is phase 3. So phase 3 is editing, and it's a lot of sound didn't come out good. So you came by the other day just to do your ad-libs and your overdubs. Yeah, the ADR to get the vocals right, because sound is everything in film. If you got a good footage, like it's shot on a red and it looks beautiful, it looks sexy. I say sexy, but you can't hear what the fuck they talking about. People they're gonna get turned off. It's like a bootleg movie. You're gonna walk away.
Yeah.
So sound is just as important as the footage. So that's where I'm at right now.
How long did your project take?
3 years.
Wow.
Takes dedication.
And I have another 2 months. My deadline, I passed. You see the whiteboard over there?
I do see it. Yes.
All right. So you see, editing was supposed to be finished in February 28th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm past 28th.
Right.
Obviously, we in March right now.
Mm-hmm.
The sound was supposed to be done on the 10th of March. I'm not even there yet. And pre-screening was supposed to be the 20th. Like I was supposed to get all the actors together and we're gonna watch it. I'm not gonna meet that goal. Mm-hmm. But I throw goals up there just to keep me in line. So it might be another month. So I should be done by no later than April. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll be able to see.
I like that. You see, the organization and, putting it there, and then you're like, these are my goals to myself.
Well,
and that's what makes Alex successful.
Well, you can't forget what you write down. That's first.
Nah, you gotta put it. You gotta put it in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm a firm believer of the universe. Trust me.
Yep.
So are there any other projects in the near future that you're working on that you'd like to speak on?
So there's there's like 4 projects that we about to start wrapping.
My man.
This, right?
Oh, we got something to do, huh?
So there's 4 projects. One of them, 2 of them, one of them I'm not gonna talk about, and that's a Neptune project. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want. It's a great fucking idea, and I don't want to put it out there.
Yeah,
so I want to keep that in the bag.
Right.
No problem.
There's a horror film that we're gonna work on. It's called Mr. White.
All right.
That's gonna be like it's gonna be a smaller cast. We're gonna rent an Airbnb in the Poconos, and we're gonna shoot. It's gonna be like a slashing, like some real next level shit. I don't want to say too much.
Graphic.
But it's gonna be graphic. It's gonna be my first horror film.
Well, we got the genre, so
Yeah, so we're gonna
Yeah.
shoot that more in the
The
fall.
genre.
We're gonna shoot that in the fall of 2020.
All right.
It won't be shown until like 2021. But we're gonna shoot that in the fall of 2020 because I need it to be nice and cold. And the falls and all that stuff, get that dark.
Like the leaves and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's 2 scripts that I didn't write. That there's 2 local people in my town. So I want to do something for my town. I'm from the Bronx, New York, all day. But I moved up to Middletown. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to do something for my new city. So there's like a local community here.
I like how he said that.
My new city. This is my new city. You know what I'm saying? I gotta represent for my new city, Middletown.
I love it out
New
here.
York. I represent up here too.
It's beautiful out here.
Yeah, I don't sound like Middletown motherfuckers. I sound from the Bronx, but whatever.
Oh, you have a beautiful home. It's beautiful.
Yeah. But thank you.
With a Bronx.
But there's 2 writers that I met, and I have a meeting on Monday with 2 of them separately. There's 2 different writers, and one of them wrote something. Golden Years is a comedy about a senior center and all this stuff. And then there's another one. This girl, she's a great writer. She did a couple of plays out here. She's a local. And it's a drama based on 9/11. Like her mother, or the character was the hero, mother died in 9/11, and then she was only 17 years old, so she had to take care of her siblings. She had 3 siblings that younger, but then social services come into play, and she got to figure it all out. And the grandmother's sick and is about to die and stuff like that. So she wrote this drama.
Real life stuff.
Real life stuff. So it's a drama. Some Tyler Perry stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
So I'm interested. So we had a meeting last Monday. We talked about it. The only thing right now is the next next level.
Okay, right. So you're just looking at the channel.
So I'm just looking at different scripts, so what I'm going to work on next. So it depends. But the other two, the horror film, that's later down the years.
So okay.
Months.
So speaking of like
This hand is
writers-
talking to me right now. I say years and shit.
Do it, say.
Yeah.
Dulce.
Shout out to Dulce. So speaking of like scripts and writers and stuff like that, were there any times that you had to improvise script?
Oh hell yeah, man! Even in the script, like I said earlier, like when we on set, depending on the actor, some actors are newbies to this, so you don't. It's not a downplaying anybody. Since some
You
people
read them the way what they're
I can
able
read
to
people. I'm
reach
like, you
their
know what?
potential.
Yeah. So some people love, some actors love. Like there's one actress. I'm gonna name her Gisele Munoz. Awesome actress.
She's really good. She's really good.
She went to school for this. This is what she's about. Kelvin. He's another actor. He started in Bully, and now he's doing his own thing in Washington Heights. He's holding it down. Like he started here and he took it to another level. I respect that. I love that. So those are actors that they study the craft, master it, and they stick to the script. Then you have actors that they could act, they have the talent, but they didn't get the professional training.
Right.
So, but they're still great. You know what I'm saying? And nothing below, you're not better than no, it's still great. Those are the ones that I look at them, I say, yo, I put them to the side, I'm like, yo, this is what it is, you read it, right? Cool, now say it in your own words. And they'll talk to me, and I'll be like, all right, say this, say that. All right, cool, you got it? Now let's keep on repeating that. And get on it and be you.
I watched you do that with a couple people. Yeah.
I do that. I did it with her. I did it with her. There's a scene. There's a scene where we my character and her character are interacting.
His character's so mean.
And I'm like disgusted at my life. And she's like trying to get into a club. And I show that screen too. I show that to her.
Yeah.
So that
Oh, we might insert that clip as well.
yeah, so
that's a good one.
she was going in. She was going in. We was going in on each other, and she moved up. But I told her, just do this. This is what I want you to do. And she did it so natural that it really looked like the real thing. Because I like authenticity. I don't like it looking like it's scripted. You know?
Yeah,
Absolutely, that's important. So now I'd love to. We're gonna take this time and introduce your book. So with the title and what it's about. Where's the copy? We actually have a copy.
Yes, we do.
But in the meantime, you can brief.
It disappeared.
It grew like
That's
a
how
what?
good it was. They were running out.
Yeah, it's running off the shelves.
But yeah, let's talk about the book. What is it about? What are your plans with it?
All right, so the book is called Parallel Love. It's on Amazon Prime right now. You can log on and you can purchase it for probably $7.99, like $8, I think. I think on Kindle it's a little like $5 or something like that. Don't quote me on it, but it's about a character named Dell that he's so caught up, he's down and out, and his wife, he's insecure of his life at that point in time. He has his fiance that puts him down. He has his daughter who is his best friend, and at this point in his life, he's so frustrated with everything that his fiance is putting him through that he meets this girl, Karma. Karma makes him feel special. Karma makes him feel like he's the boss. And then what happens is, when he falls in love with this person, she falls in love with him. They fall in love with each other. They leave. He leaves his life with his daughter and his fiance. And he dies in a freak accident. When he dies in his freak accident, he comes back in a parallel universe. That's why it's called Parallel Love. And then he has to make a decision. Do I go back to my wife, who's treating me good in this parallel universe, and I got my daughter back, I got the love of my daughter, or I talk to this girl that I was in love with, who doesn't know that we was in love at one time, and tell her and look crazy and tell her, look, we was in another universe, and we was in love, and the bitch is gonna look at me like, yo, this dude is crazy.
Yo.
But love is one of the most driving motivational forces, and so
Yeah,
I'm sure he's really.
So the the second half of the book is just him trying to make that decision. And then I can't tell you the ending, but so it's just it's a science fiction. It's based on the Mandela effect. Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect?
100%.
Let's just reiterate for those who haven't.
So the Mandela effect is like, have you ever seen something that you like, damn, that doesn't seem right. I remember that being that. This being that. Right?
Right.
So that's the Mandela effect. That's when a collaboration, a group of people remember a certain part of history different than a whole other people. So for example, the Mandela effect was called Mandela effect because of Mandela. So a lot of people thought Mandela died in 1992, for example. But he didn't die till he was like old.
Correct.
In this timeline. So that's why it's called Mandela effect, because a lot of people remember Mandela died in 1992, a collaborative, and I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of people remember him dying and seeing it on the news, and then hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people remember this. So it's like two different, it's like, you know, but the reality is what we on right now. He died when he was older.
Are you familiar with the term gaslighting?
Nah, what's that?
Gaslighting is distorting reality, but you know, it's a tactic that abuses you to over time groom and condition somebody. But it's basically, we can have a conversation and you'll manipulate what just happened. Like, I could just agree with something on you, and then we'll have the conversation all over again as if it never happened, and I'll be confused. Like, we just discussed this, and you'll change the events in the conversation and look like all I have is my manipulated memory to go off, and you know, then you start questioning.
Yeah, that's ill. That's like the telephone effect.
Yep.
That's like
Wow.
the telephone
Something
effect.
like that, yeah.
Like after a while, you create your own reality.
Well, no, it's like an instant
But
thing.
this
It's
one
like
is.
it's like a direct thing that, yeah. So with that being said, tell everybody how they can get their hands on this book.
So you could go
I can't wait to read it.
So you could go on Amazon Prime, type in Parallel Love, and Alex Hugo.
Parallel Love
Yeah, Parallel Love.
by Alex Hugo.
By Alex Hugo. When I first put it out in Amazon, there was only me, and now for some reason, there's 3 other books called Parallel Love and hashtags Parallel Love. So I put this out.
Well, you see, it has a unique.
Yeah. So you got to put it close. Let me just put it a little close.
It's
So,
just,
boom, it looks like that. All right.
and over here.
So
over here. Right.
all right. So Parallel Love is on Amazon Prime. You can get it on Kindle or you can get the hard copy. I like hard copies. Keeps you traditional. You know what I'm saying? Half of the proceeds go to my kids. You know what I'm saying? I take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Take my kids' funds, and the other half goes back to the film. You know what I'm saying?
Wonderful.
I'm going to shoot a movie about this in 2021.
I'm just going to ask you what your plan was for this book.
So I do want to film a movie to this. I think it's interesting. And
It's a good read. It really would make a wonderful movie. So, you know, get those proceeds and make it happen, because, you know, Alex is going to speak it into existence, and then, you know, it's something that a lot of his stuff is really stuff that you really just sucks you in and you really want more. You know, get this copy.
Yes, get it. Now, honestly, if you like to read books, you could add that to your collection. I put a lot of hard work. I actually wrote that book when I was unemployed. I had no money coming in, and I had to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? That's when I wrote my kids' book. I first started with my kids' book, and then I wrote that, and then I wrote Bully, all in the same year I was unemployed. You know, so it just a lot of energy went into this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I love his transparency.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my bookmark. Yeah, my bookmark. Picture me and my crazy ass weapon. I love you, baby.
Oh, no.
I said she's not gonna watch this, so you know what I'm saying.
Of course she is. I'm going to put her onto it.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, so we're going to close up now.
No, Alex, look, thank you for having
Thank you for actually putting me on your show. I love you guys. You guys are always funny. I like to watch you guys. Do your thing. Keep on doing your thing. I hope it grows more.
You already know. Same here, bro. Same here.
Absolutely. All right.